But we begin with breaking news right now at noon. Barrow County families on edge today after a district-wide lockdown this morning. I'm Rick Fulbaum. That soft lockdown, we are happy to report, has now been lifted. But multiple deputies are stationed at every campus within the district because of threatening calls made to several Barrow County schools today. We need to stress none of these threats were real. All students and staff are safe. But these are the schools that were targeted: County Line Elementary School, Yargo Elementary, Kennedy Elementary, Winder Elementary, and Appalachia High School. All received phoned-in bomb threats. Now, according to authorities, the caller stated that there were bombs and guns placed around campuses. A notice went to parents just before 9 this morning. They were seen lining up outside of the various schools. Sheriff Judd Smith tells us again, all students and staff are safe. He is encouraging parents not to pick up their kids today due to testing being done at different elementary schools in the district. Today's hoax comes about 7 months after the shooting at Appalachia High School that left 4 people dead, 2 students and 2 teachers. 9 others were injured. The Barrow County Sheriff's Office is holding a briefing at 12:30. We will carry that for you on our streaming service, ANF Plus, which you can find by searching for Atlanta News First wherever you stream.